What do you want from me?
No. What do you want from me?
What does God want from me? But like, for real, how can you actually tell what God wants from you?
Just tell me the truth and I won't get upset.
First, the TLDR summary. God wants us to show justice, show mercy, and to walk humbly. God is not merely one part of our lives. He is our life.
Yeah, this is the life.
Let's finish this out. Ready, set, go.
And Lord knows I could use the exercise. But I do believe there are exactly 3 points we should discuss, okay?
He has shown you, O mortal, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God.
Lesson number 1.
God wants me to act justly.
We hear often about God being loving, but love is not all there is about God's character. He is also completely just. We get our understanding of justice from our Creator, who designed every human being and requires that we also act justly, regardless of a person's background, ethnicity, or social standing.
So this has nothing to do with my ethnicity?
If we intend to live in fellowship with God, He requires that we deal honestly and fairly with those around us. Part of acting justly is keeping our word and defending the helpless. Just people honorably face the consequences of their own mistakes
I learn from failure.
and allow other people to experience their own consequences. The just learn from their mistakes and strive to never repeat them.
That brings me to number 2.
Mercy is extending another chance to someone who does not deserve it. Jesus was a perfect balance of justice and mercy. He came to earth in order to satisfy the justice of God.
They would all cease to exist. I call that mercy.
Jesus was, eager to show mercy toward anyone who repented of sin. And in order to follow his example, we must learn to forgive and should rejoice when someone has shown mercy,
What if he's a serial killer?
even if they are jerks. Our hearts are prone to selfishness and anger when someone violates our rights.
Eric, I hate that guy.
Ronald, why be so petty?
And we learn to love mercy by intentionally choosing it over revenge and by being quick to forgive and slow to judge.
Boy, you don't know nothing about rule number 3.
Atheists can be moral, upstanding citizens, and many soft-hearted people show mercy regardless of their faith choices. But most importantly, Christians validate the other two by walking humbly with our God, accepting His authority in our lives, confessing our sin, and seeking His approval in our life decisions. As we grow in faith, we continue to surrender more to His control. Only when we keep our lives free from compromise can we walk humbly with our God.
And with God's help, the strength to use that power.
What God wants from us is that we become conformed to the image of His Son. When we surrender our lives to His Lordship, He moves into our hearts and takes on the task of shaping us. Our reward is the smile in our souls and the expectation of one day hearing Him say,
Well done, my good and faithful apprentice.
now you know what God wants from you, so go be it. Remember to thumb, sub, and bell.